Hey guys, it is Julie here with JT Wealth. In today's video, we are taking a look at a few stocks that the shift to hydrogen could really help boost. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back and thank you so much for being here. Like I said, today we are looking at a few stocks, 3 to be specific, that the shift into hydrogen could help lift higher. So we are going to take a quick look at each of these companies, what they do and how they're related to hydrogen, and then take a look at what analysts are predicting for their future outcome. And just before we jump into those companies, this is just your friendly reminder that if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoy free stocks, make sure to check out some of the links in our description down below. Until the end of the month, Webull is giving away 4 free stocks just for signing up and funding a new investment account, so make sure to check them out. Now, hydrogen is one of the most plentiful elements in the universe. And in a report on the alternative fuel market, analyst Rupert Muir of National Bank of Canada looks at the possibilities and potentials of the hydrogen as both an energy source and a commodity. At the heart of the matter, he writes, stakeholders across energy markets have reached the consensus that climate change is a problem, and decarbonization of our energy supply mix will require a multifaceted approach, which includes H2. It is estimated that H2 could supply 15 to 25% of global energy needs. He adds of hydrogen's potential benefits that H2 has the ability to reduce emissions in sectors where decarbonization is otherwise challenging, such as freight logistics, collective transport, and industrial heating. So on that note, TipRanks has highlighted 3 companies in the hydrogen environment that analysts believe have some growth in their future. And the first on the list is Ballard Power Systems. They trade under the ticker BLDP and are currently at $19.19 per share. Ballard Power Systems is a hydrogen fuel cell manufacturer based in British Columbia, Canada. The company focuses on proton exchange membrane technology, one of several competing technologies in the hydrogen fuel cell market. Ballard's PEM fuel cells are distributed worldwide, and to date, the company has produced and shipped over 400 molecular weights worth of fuel cell products. Ballard's fuel cells are used in transportation technology to enable fully electric buses, commercial trucks, trains, and forklift vehicles. Highlights of the Ballard investment thesis is the strong policy complex developing, which is underpinned by mega trends as far as decarbonization, air quality improvement, and most importantly, electrification of vehicles. Now, they have a growing total addressable market over $130 billion and a high growth trajectory with a revenue potential over $5 billion in their top line by 2030. That being said, this has been a hard year for Ballard since they do rely heavily on the transportation industry. The disruptions caused by the coronavirus have hit the company from 2 directions. First, the usual foul-ups in the supply and distribution chains, but also Ballard markets its products to commercial users who have themselves been locked down due to the virus. In short, Ballard saw revenues fall in the first part of 2020, and they've yet to recover. Their Q3 revenues came in at $25.6 million, in line with the first and second quarters of the year. Ballard's share price, however, has been going up and up and up all year, despite some short-term periods of volatility. Overall, the shares have grown 170% year to date. The gains show the cachet of hydrogen in the market that is actively seeking renewable, less polluting, and non-emission energy sources. Hydrogen checks all 3 boxes. Covering Ballard for Roth Capital is 5-star analyst Craig Irwin, who sees the company in good position for rapid future growth. BLDP exited Q3 of 2020 with $361 million in cash and no debt, and with only $100 to $120 million in capital needed to generate positive earnings. Management was clear that it intends to more actively evaluate M&A targets across the entire H2 and FC value chains. We remain optimistic on the LT uplift to revenue supported by the new China FC subsidy program and would be buyers on any weakness. To this end, he rates the stock a buy, and his $25 price target implies room for about a 29% growth in 2021. And there are 3 other analysts with current ratings on BLDP's stock, which comes in as a strong buy based on 3 buys and 1 hold. The average price target is about $24 per share for a potential upside over the next 12 months of about 25%. Second on our list is Air Products and Chemicals. They trade under the ticker APD and are currently at $270.30 per share. Air Products and Chemicals is primarily known as a provider of industrial gases, which makes it a natural for the hydrogen industry. In its pure form, hydrogen is gaseous at normal conditions. APT earlier this year capitalized on that natural fit and contracted to acquire 5 hydrogen production plants in an agreement worth $530 million. Along with the new plants, APD also sealed its position as a major hydrogen supplier for PBF Energy. Also noteworthy is their consistent growth on their earnings per share, which from 2014 up to 2020 has averaged an 11% compound annual growth rate. And you know, I also love a good dividend. And ADP has had 38 consecutive years of dividend increases. And in the year 2020, about $1.2 billion were paid to shareholders in the form of dividends over the year. ADP's acquisitions show it is serious about becoming a long-term provider to the hydrogen industry. APD is already an important supplier to hydrogen refiners, providing a pure gas that is usable as a transportation fuel technology. Now, in the recent fiscal Q4 of 2020, APD missed earnings targets but beat the forecast on revenues. The full Q4 top line hit $2.32 billion, which was up 2% year over year and also 2% over the estimates. Now, one other interesting point to make about this company is in relation to dry ice. Now, this has to do with the recent approval of one vaccine and a second that should be coming soon, and the fact that both of these vaccines need to be stored at low temperatures, therefore an increase in demand for dry ice. And Air Products and Chemicals acquired ACP Europe in 2019. The acquisition gave Air Products and Chemicals a good footprint into the dry ice market. So in the near term, dry ice could be an exciting opportunity for the company. Of course, the long term is definitely more focused on their hydrogen operations. Argus analyst Bill Zaleski likes APD's overall position in the market, noting, despite weak results in the fiscal Q4 of 2020 due to the pandemic, we believe that performance will begin to improve. We also believe that APD is extremely well positioned to manage through this period due to its stable cash flows, lower than average debt, and investment-grade credit rating. Zaleski gives APD shares a $360 price target, suggesting about 33% growth ahead, and obviously maintains a buy rating on the stock. ADP's stock has 11 current analyst ratings, and it comes in as a strong buy, with 10 buy ratings and just 1 hold. The average price target is $311.10 for about a 15% potential upside. And last but not least is the petroleum giant BP. Trading under the ticker BP, their stock is currently at $22 per share. Now, this is down about 44% from their earlier highs of about $40 in the year. This company is focused on their reputation within the industry as a leader in moving forward towards non-petroleum, renewable energy sources, and has in the past conducted initiatives in wind, solar, and hydrogen energy. Last year, the company joined the Global Hydrogen Council. As a major player in the natural gas market, BP is well positioned to also become a provider of blue hydrogen, or H2 derived from natural gas sources. BP is also conducting a project at its Lingen refinery in northwestern Germany, converting the facility to produce hydrogen from water. The project is in collaboration with Ørsted, and when it comes fully online in 2024, will be able to produce up to 1 metric ton of clean hydrogen per hour. It was also just announced today that BP now controls the largest U.S. carbon offset developer, as they took a controlling stake in Finite Carbon. Now, this announcement comes about as BP has stuck to their ambitious climate plans. After taking over as chief executive in February, Bernard Looney set a goal for the energy giant, becoming carbon neutral by 2050, including fuel burned by customers. So the company has since put its money where its mouth is. In August, it pledged to increase low carbon investment tenfold to $5 billion a year by 2030. And this acquisition builds on an existing $5 million investment in the company made in Finite back in October of 2019. Now, with 50 projects on 3 million acres in the US, Finite connects landowners who manage forests, which are large stores of carbon dioxide, to companies looking to cancel out their own emissions. Companies can purchase carbon offsets, a fee per ton of carbon stored in the forest, privately or through carbon credit markets. Now, there are 6 analysts with current ratings in the last 3 months for BP's stock, and it comes in at a moderate buy with 4 buy ratings and 2 holds. The average price target is $29.80, which represents a 35% potential upside over the next 12 months. So there we have 3 stocks related to hydrogen that could really see some growth as the world's shift in that direction. Of course, there are many other great hydrogen companies out there. We have Plug Power, Bloom Energy, to name a couple. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments on these 3 stocks, plus what other hydrogen related ones have caught your eye as of late. I always love hearing from you guys. Keep in mind that these videos are never a suggestion to buy or sell any specific stock and are just meant for information and entertainment purposes. Any trade should always be made after you've done your own research and due diligence. If you made it all the way to the end of the video here, make sure you leave us a big thumbs up and that you're subscribed to the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and cheers.